Hi, my name is Cathy Davenport, and I'm the Acting Director of Admissions, but I'm also a Dickinson alum from the class of 1987. It was great to be on campus with friends and family as they returned for the 20th reunion this past year, to really see just how phenomenal this place has become and continues to become with your help and support. I'm talking to you today as the Acting Dean of Admissions. Many of you may recall Seth Allen, who very capably and ably led our office for the past 8 years in his admissions role as Dean. He left this summer for Grinnell College in Grinnell, Iowa, to assume some work there in a very challenging role. For the coming year, I will serve as Acting Dean. Today, I'd really like to talk to you about who this place has become, the Dickinson College of today. We greatly appreciate the support that you've put forth to us with your volunteer hours in helping the admissions efforts, and it is paying off tremendously. We were very fortunate to have an applicant pool this past year of over 5,800 students, and over 25% of that pool came out from outside the New England Mid-Atlantic area, as well as international territories. So Dickinson is very much becoming much more widely known because of you, our alums, our parents, and our volunteer friends who have graciously used your time to help us in our endeavors. Now, I know a lot of people like to focus in on the numbers and what's currently happening in the admissions process. I've already told you that we had over 5,800 applications this past year, which compares to just over 5,200 applicants in the year before. Our selectivity factor, about 42% of the students that applied were offered admission. And we're very happy to report that 15% of our first-year class are students of color, while 6% are international students. So the Dickinson that I knew back in 1983 and during the 80s, where most students were from a very regional area and very few were students of color or international students, that has really changed. I invite you to learn more about the numbers when you take a look at the institutional research site, Enrollment at a Glance. That information, I think, will be very helpful for you to see the trends over the past 10 years, really looking at 2-year increments just to see within a 2-year time frame how quickly things change around here. Now, what role can you play in all of this? Well, my hope is that you as a Dickinsonian will take a closer look at the Dickinson magazine, that you'll get on the website and you'll take a closer look at News at Dickinson and what's happening today with students, faculty, staff, that you'll weigh in on some of the dialogues and conversations that are taking place, that you'll stay very current with who we are today, because that is what prospective students and their families want to hear. They love to hear about your times and how you've become the person you've become, but they've also liked to hear about what are current students doing, what are the programs, what are the opportunities, and we know that your time is valuable. So in our role in the admissions office, we're trying to send to you students that are interested in the liberal arts, but really interested in the way that Dickinson College promotes the liberal arts, that are truly distinctive elements. It's nothing less confusing or frustrating for a family to hear the same old about liberal arts colleges. Small classes, close relationships with faculty, opportunities to engage in conversation and discussion beyond the classroom. That's great. I think that's an expectation of most family when they look at small liberal arts colleges. But we're asking you to really go the next step, to really be able to convey to them issues like the Dickinson dimensions, the habits of mind and behavior, where families really get a true sense of why is a Dickinson liberal arts education different from all the other liberal arts colleges out there. You yourselves are living examples of these programs and opportunities. We ask that you share your own knowledge and expertise, but that you also direct them to current information on the website, in our publications, and materials that will help families better discern what's the difference between one college or university and another. At Dickinson, we're very proud of the fact that faculty members really do teach, and they really do advise and mentor students. And you yourself probably have stories about that to tell. We also recognize that students need to be globally engaged at Dickinson, and so it's not just about going abroad. Every college and university has an opportunity to study somewhere else in the world, but Dickinson does it in a very unique fashion whereby our students are prepared before they even step foot on another country or nation. We think it's very important that students, through their curriculum, through the students that they interact with, through the faculty with whom they have conversations both inside and outside of the classroom, that they really explore and understand global sensibility, global diversity, cultural awareness, far beyond learning a language or just preparing themselves to study in another country. We also think it's important that students do this in a very respectful and civil type of way, that they embrace discourse, that they really engage in the process of learning. They're not bystanders to their education. So if you know of prospective students, perhaps they're the children of coworkers, colleagues, they could be grandchildren of people that you know. If you know of folks that are interested in seeking out and engaging in ideas, having discourse and conversation, not always having the popular opinion, but being willing to listen and understand others' opinions, then I think it's important that you direct them to Dickinson. Because today, Dickinsonians are engaged in many opportunities internationally and nationally. Take a look at the internship site and the career office and just be amazed at how our students are living the Dickinson education. If you have questions, concerns, you need help or information, I am always available to you. Please feel free to be in touch with me. We look forward to your continued interest and support and working with you in the coming years as we begin to bring forth the class of 2012. Thank you.